Hello there, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Mr. Andrews, and today I am being accompanied by my friend Leo Feldspar, and we are going to be talking about 10 Cloverfield Lane. Mrs. Andrews and I just got home from watching it, and we are so excited, at least I am, to talk about it. So, Leo, I just did my intro and I introduced you to everybody who will be watching it on YouTube. Um, what are your initial thoughts on um first let's go with John Goodman.
Uh, there's a lot of things we could say about Goodman. I mean, look at his acting career over the last 10 years. It's pretty much dwindled to nothing. He was in Community. I thought he did a weird job in that. Other than that, his big name titles, other than upcoming movies this year, are completely non existent. So it's good to see him back in the limelight. But his role as Howard here, I think somebody could have been better, but I don't have anybody to throw into the role. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think for what he had to offer, he definitely did a good enough job to deliver the performance.
I don't know about good enough. Like that bipolarity that he showed in the movie where he was trying to hold off this
Lord Nexus
schizophrenic
has
side of
joined the
himself.
channel.
Yeah, it was interesting, but like he I don't want to put it. How quickly he lost control is almost surreal. And yeah, I can understand you're in post-apocalyptia. You don't know how people are going to react. Who are you to make this judgment? Blah blah blah. Yeah. So in my mind, as the viewer, he just went too quick. Like they're sitting at the dinner table, and Emmett starts talking, and he has a conniption fit because she touched his hand. Like
Right,
I can
right.
understand that. Fair enough. But to go from normal to that extreme almost instantly, okay, Howard, you're throwing me off.
It was a little bit uneasy though, seeing how easy it was for him to snap. Though, you know what I mean?
That's true, especially after and if you're watching this, obviously spoilers. I'm sure Drone warned you, but
Yes,
the
there are
fucking earring,
spoilers.
the earring with the scratched in the window, that made sense. After we saw how crazy he got quickly, people are gonna run. That's gonna happen.
Okay, well,
Um,
before we go on any further, another friend of ours actually joined in, Lord Nexus. How you doing, Nexus?
He sounds like a fucking announcer or something.
I
well, he
am
is.
I am actually recording a podcast for 10 Cloverfield Lane. Have you seen the movie yet?
Negatory.
Yeah, but what are your initial thoughts toward the trailer, and then we can kind of clue you in from there.
Honestly, I didn't really care for it from what I've seen of the trailer.
Have you seen the initial Cloverfield movie?
Didn't care for that one either.
Oh, okay.
Fair enough. I preferred Cloverfield to this one. I don't. This wasn't linked up. If you look back through some of the stuff that they released about this movie so far, it wasn't linked until about 3 months ago, 4 months ago, and then it got named as the spiritual successor to Cloverfield. It's not even a true sequel. Um, I find that really odd.
It's not a true sequel. And
No,
it's see, there were little nods, and this is going to be the spoiler part that I'm going to talk about that I've noticed when I was watching the movie, because while I was watching it, I was trying to look for those little hints and clues of the original movie.
yeah,
And the thing that I could, there were two major things that I could think of. The first one was Howard worked with satellites and he was in
yeah.
the Navy. If you remember at the end of Cloverfield, if you really paid attention at the end where the video was, there's a little black dot that goes and falls into the ocean and smashes. And
And supposedly that's a satellite. Yeah,
it was,
I
yeah, it was a satellite that woke up the monster that was in the ocean.
Yeah, but that doesn't make sense. Like, oh wait, yeah, because that's the flashback from the beginning of the movie before when they're at Staten Island. You're right. Now
Hmm.
I remember, and I actually am looking at Cloverfield stuff now because I want to link them both. And for those of you who haven't seen both, I highly recommend seeing the first one, even without Nexus's, spurring remarks there. Um, Taken from a camera angle not a lot of people like. I'll be honest with the viewers who haven't seen it, but if you have, 2 thumbs up from this guy. I liked it. The
Oh,
extended cut's the best. If you haven't seen the extended cut, look it up.
oh, I thought Cloverfield. A lot of people didn't like that. It was too much shaky cam, but at the same time, I actually really enjoyed it in
He's
it.
running from a monster. He's
Yeah,
showing you how the fear is. It's gonna be shaky. Like
yeah, exactly.
you
It's
you
real.
can't expect my balls not to shake while we're running from this monster. The same happens to a camera. I'm sorry, YouTube. That's a pretty
Dude,
bad remark,
dude,
but
if
still.
your balls shake, you got issues. They're supposed to sway.
Okay, first off, they do a little of both. But they do get to shimmy shammy every once in a while, ladies and gentlemen. But
Okay,
alright,
the
moving on, I'm sure.
the second point that I want to get at, and the first point is going to come in after this one. The second point is when Emmett, who is played by what actor?
He is played by John Gallagher Jr., a
Yeah,
kind of newcomer to the game.
yes. He says that he actually, because she was questioning where he came from, and he said that he actually saw it happen, that he saw a flash of red light. And in my opinion, that could have been from the first movie when they dropped the napalm in the city. You know
I
what I'm
mean,
talking about?
it could be, but the more ideal that I saw of his was they were so far out in the country that I'm guessing he saw just a drop ship of some type.
Wait,
Maybe a military installation attacking one of the micro monsters. I don't think it was a direct connection to Cloverfield.
yeah, I was starting to think, where did this take place? What state?
Yeah. Yeah, we're talking. I don't think it's New York. The more I've seen, the more I look at stuff about the movie. Let's see, let's look it up. It actually doesn't give us a location.
Louisiana. Yeah,
Whoa.
Louisiana.
Louisiana? Okay, so the last movie was in New York, so there's
Yeah.
no way it's a connection directly with the explosion. However, if you remember Howard Says, that's how it would start. They'd attack our population centers, take out big numbers of us all at once, and then start weeding us out one by one. So yes, it could be that he's seeing a population center get destroyed. You have a point there,
Yeah.
but I
Um,
think Emmett just got lucky, just like he said. I happened to be near the bunker, and Howard let me in because he felt bad.
yeah. And see, with the satellite, this is just me being a conspiracy theorist. What if the satellite crashing into the water and whatnot was his fault, and that's why he's gone so batshit crazy? Because he holds
I
himself accountable for what the fuck is happening.
I don't think the director ever thought of that. I think that's you thinking too deep into it, but it's a good point. I mean, it could be, but who knows how deep they got with this movie, especially with its link so late. So,
Yeah, and
you know what I mean?
who knows what the fuck is going on? Because that third act with
Lord Nexus has left the channel.
he doesn't want to hear it anymore. He wants to wait to
Nope.
see the movie. That third act, and like I said, this is a spoiler talk. We are going to talk about everything. When she escapes and those fucking monsters come up, I'm like, what the fuck are these things?
The space worms,
Yeah.
the Martian worms.
Yep. And then the
Yeah,
flying things too.
yeah, the flying things are, I'm just going to assume are how the worms are traveling via, air. Because worms aren't just going to travel via the ground, no matter how fast that thing was, and it got outran by a single human female. So, not
Hey,
very fast.
yeah, have you seen Tremors? They move pretty
I
fucking fast in Tremors.
They do, but again, he wasn't tunneling. We're talking about a runner.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. See, and that's another thing that they mentioned in the movie as well. They mentioned the what was it? The radioactive worms that were going on.
I I remember a lot about Cloverfield, but I can't remember radioactive worms. I remember the fucking runner things that scratched the hell out of people in the first one that was creepy, but
Well, I'm talking about this movie. He mentioned that something about radioactive worms or whatever. I can't exactly remember. Um, most surprising part within the movie.
most surprising part, Emmett getting his head blown off.
That was fuck it, I jumped. I jumped, I stood back, or I sat back, and my mouth just dropped.
I actually made an audible noise in a movie theater, like I was some 14-year-old girl. But
Did you really?
hold on, you're gonna have to do this for a second without me. My wife is hollering.
Go ahead.
BRB, people.
Yep.
What? Beautiful.
Leo said that he made a sound when he died. Like, but yes, everybody that is watching, something happens within the movie where Emmett pisses off Howard, and Howard just pulls out a gun. Well, at first, Emmett says that he was sorry and that he was so sorry. And Howard is just like, I accept your apology. And within a split second, he just pulls out his gun and just shoots his fucking head off. And the sound goes away so you don't hear anything. Kind of like how it would sound if you're like sheltered in a big metal box. You know, like that echo would fuck with your ears and shit. It was great. That was actually a really, really sad moment. Like, really, I really felt sad seeing that because he wasn't a main character, but there were only three characters really in this movie. I'll get to that. And he was actually kind of a cool character because him and uh, Mary Elizabeth Winstead actually were getting along and, you know, trying to survive and escape. Now, the big subplot of this movie, of this film, is that Howard, played by John Goodman, is actually a murderer. And he lies to them about it. He murders a girl, and we don't really know why he murders her either. Was it because she was sick or something? It doesn't really ever say why. Or maybe she did try to escape and whatnot, and he ended up killing her. And then faking her death as his daughter, which isn't really his daughter. Um, what else to say? What else? What else? Ooh yeah, tits. Um, let's see. Yeah, the monsters themselves. At the end, it got nighttime and it actually got a little dark, so it was kind of hard to see. Uh, like the crawlers or the worm monsters. Yeah, it probably was meant to be like that, so you actually couldn't see what the hell was going on. It was just like in Cloverfield, how we never really actually got a perfect glimpse of the little crawlers that were on the ground or anything like that. Um, 10 Cloverfield Lane, yes, it's called that because that's where um, John Goodman's house is
All right, ladies and
in the
germs.
movie.
Might have been in
Um,
the middle of something, but I don't care.
you're fine. I was just talking to them about the surprise of him being a murderer.
Not too surprised, to be honest with you. Um,
Yeah, but what was the reasoning for him killing that Britney girl?
the okay. The reason I can figure so far is we know he's a military man. We know he works with satellites. Thus, I'm going to guess that his brain issue that we're going to use, because who knows what illness it was, we're going to guess that that had a lot to do with his family leaving, which is why Megan and his wife are not in the bunker with him. I'm going to guess this Brittany girl looked like Megan, and he had a break and stole her, basically. Because you remember Emmett says that girl was missing. Nobody ever found her.
Which is kind of what he does with
Emmett.
no, Mary Elizabeth Winstead.
Well, yeah, but he also does it with Emmett because he puts Emmett in the fucking vat.
Well, yeah. But I'm talking like she reminds him of his daughter Megan. Even if there really is a daughter Megan. And they showed a picture, but yet we never really got to see. Oh, yeah, it was.
What?
The picture of him. No, it was of him and Brittany, I think. The picture of him holding the girl and she's wearing the same shirt.
Yeah, remember that's not his daughter.
Yeah, it was Brittany in that picture.
Yeah, that was Brittany.
Yeah, he had two pictures of Brittany.
That's it.
I'm pretty sure. I don't know. Mrs. Andrews is arguing with me about it right now. She says that that's Megan. That's why they look so alike. They're
Nah,
doppelgangers.
no, I don't think they're doppelgangers. I actually think he had a break and kind of lost it there for a minute.
Maybe.
Um,
Favorite moment.
oh, I don't know. I mean, honestly, the movie left such an unimpressive point on my brain that I don't really have like a moment that jumps at me. You know what I mean?
I think
A-
of. Uh,
And not to go weird on you, but I'm looking at trivia from 10 Cloverfield here. And it says Howard states he worked on satellites for the military, and Michelle sees an envelope in the bunker from a company called Bold Futura. Bold Futura is the company responsible for the satellite that is seen crashing into the ocean at the end of Cloverfield, which is what is believed to be responsible for disturbing the creature.
mm-hmm.
So you were right.
Yeah. So this must be a sequel. It's not a direct sequel, but it's a distant sequel to Cloverfield.
J.J. Abrams considers this a blood relative to the original.
Exactly. So what I'm
So,
what I'm wondering
okay, fair
is
enough.
where the fuck did all these new monsters come from?
Well, we saw New York. What we saw was a population center clear. We didn't see the hunters. I mean, look back at Halo for a better reference. They glassed planets and took down population centers and then sent in the elites and the grunts. All the way through Halo 1, you didn't even have to see a brute. They were just non existent. And then all of a sudden, Halo 2 brutes. Oh, God. There's always something hiding behind the corner.
Okay. Man, I don't know. I'm with this movie, in my opinion, and I know that you might have a different opinion than me. With this
Communist dwarf
movie,
has left the server.
I really think that it really widens the Cloverfield like everything. You know what I mean? Like it just widens everything for me to think about. Like what where are they gonna go if they do make another Cloverfield, like a Cloverfield 2? Like where are they gonna go off of 10 Cloverfield Lane if they do go off of that?
Where are they going to go? I would hope nowhere, and I really hope nowhere. I mean, yeah, they could. They left a lot of open area, but they also made some stuff that just, uh,
Who directed the first Cloverfield? Because it
J.J.
wasn't
Abrams.
he produced it. I don't think he
Did he
directed
produce
it.
it? I thought he directed it.
No, I don't think he directed it.
The director was Matt Reeves, excuse me.
Matt
Matt,
Reeves. Yep.
Matt Reeves.
Yes. So I think. See, and the director for this movie actually didn't do that bad either. So what I'm thinking is, I would like to see, as long as J.J. Abrams comes back with some part, like whether it be production again and shit like that, because being a producer is very important within film. Um, I would actually like to see a sequel. Um, if he's not going to have any part of it, I really would think that they should just scrap the Cloverfield and just throw it away. But with how Hollywood is, Hollywood jumps at the smell of money. So
It
they
did make 4 times its budget.
right. So I mean, it's just like what they're doing with Paranormal Activity. It still has that same name, but the movies are shitty.
Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, where are we gonna have to watch another crazy fucking scenario of people being trapped somewhere? Because honestly, a little overplayed at this point. I've seen, every trapped scenario there is. I think we're finally running out of them because we just had Goodman in a bunker. It doesn't get much lower than that. Did undone.
I would actually like to go back and see what New York looks like now.
Trashed. We know what it looks like. I mean, heck, at the end of the movie, the monster's just stomping around a park like, I'm bored.
And then you hear that dude saying, "It's still
Yeah.
here," and whatnot. But we could also, because she is on her way to Houston and there is a medical center there, so they might try to,
Okay, can we have a conversation about that shit? Because I will get extremely mad if we don't.
go ahead.
Okay, we're talking about advanced civilization that has a fucking flying machine that is flying across corn stalks with no goddamn propellers, and she's following a radio signal. How dumb how? How dumb is she? She just survived this whole goddamn thing, this whole ordeal. She finally makes it out, and what happens? Follows a radio signal to God knows what in Houston.
Yeah.
What kind of person does that?
Um, I have no idea.
How? Like, you are literally surviving. You have made it out of the bunker. You have gotten away from one of the worms. You got a car running. You are kicking ass and taking names. Heck, you even blew something up with a Molotov. You are now pronounced, quote, badass, unquote. It even goes in front of your name as a name placard. Pull up to an intersection. Right as you pull up to the intersection, the radio kicks on. First clue that, hey, probably not a good idea. Second off, both the direction she's allowed to go, they mention. Third off, she drives toward the one with the ship in the cloud. How dumb can you be? You have made it this whole time, and you have now lost every shred of intelligence you gained the whole movie.
Yeah, did she not see that ship when the lightning struck? Did she
Like,
not see that ship?
she just saw one in the cornfield. She has to be looking up. Like, she
Although
knows that there's something up there.
the one that was in the cloud definitely looked a lot bigger than the one that was in the cornfield.
Yes, it did. It looked like more of a maybe brother ship. I wouldn't say mothership. It wasn't that large, but it was large.
No, but yeah, who knows what they're gonna do?
Hopefully nothing. Like I said, hopefully they're just like, hey, we did a great job, guys. We made our money and we're going home.
So you seriously don't want to know what's gonna happen next?
No, it's done. It's done for me. Cloverfield's good. Clover's rampaging around. The world's over.
Wiley
People
has
are
joined
just
the server.
screwing people over. It's pretty much played out. It's like 28 Days Later. Do you remember that movie?
Yeah.
Okay, terrific freaking movie. 28 Days Later will make you laugh. It'll make you cry. It'll make you care. It'll make you angry. It'll make you happy. And then at the very end, it'll make you super happy. It was a great movie. And then 28 weeks later, 28 weeks later.
Oh my
came out.
God,
you remember that
dude.
movie?
28 weeks, days later. Yes.
Whatever.
I
Do you remember
weeks.
28 Weeks Later?
Yes. I
With the
remember.
dad and the two terrible kids trying to find their half zombie mom?
Yeah.
Okay, terrible movie. Terrible. Nicolas Cage turned down a role for that movie. Not literally, but you get my point. That bad. So what? Do you want me to just root and hoot and holler for a 28 months later? Because I really don't think they're going to turn that one around. Same with Cloverfield. Cloverfield 1, terrific fucking movie. Cloverfield 2, as I'm telling everybody else, 10 Cloverfield Lane, got a 7 out of 10 from me. It was a good movie. It's not worth the $9.50 it costs to buy a movie ticket nowadays, but it was a good movie.
So you were more. Okay, it's 7 out of 10. So you were more of a. Would this be a movie that you would buy on Blu-ray or DVD?
I would buy neither. In fact, I would probably wait until a friend had it and then borrow it from him and then return it after watching it.
Okay. What if it was on? It would be a movie that you would check out on Netflix just to watch.
Oh, if it were on Netflix, I would watch it for sure. If it were on a streaming device, Amazon, Hulu Plus, things like that, I would be more than happy to check it out there and watch it. In fact, I would advise it because then it doesn't cost you $9.25 for a movie ticket.
Yeah.
However, do I advise that your listeners go out and just rush to go see this movie? No, not at all. Waste the money on Deadpool. Go see Deadpool again.
I okay. Well, first before I get into that, um, you and I have a little bit more difference. I actually loved. Um, I actually no, well, didn't love, but I really liked the anticipation factor within the movie, and I liked the thrilling factor within the movie of because we never really understood like if he was really like
Nuts.
nuts, a murderer, what really happened and everything. And they did play it out right, and it was the ending that was the most surprising because I thought it was just going to be a psychological thriller. You know what I mean? I thought it was
Yeah.
just going to be like that, and we were going to get her to go out, and it was just going to be us. And then, out of nowhere, they brought in the monsters, and it was like, okay, they're giving us a little bit more now. So it was kind of surprising in that factor. Um, Me, I would rate 10 Cloverfield Lane a 10, not a 10, an 8 out of 10.
Oh, yeah. I gotta give it a little better than you did because I liked it. I don't know.
Yeah.
Eh.
Um,
Wait,
it,
okay, let me ask you this. Would you rather spend 950 to go see it again, or would you pay 950 and go see Deadpool?
I
Answer
would,
that question.
I would rather, I would rather go see Deadpool again.
Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, you have it from your host right here. If you have the option and you say, Ted Cloverfield Lane, Deadpool. I don't care if you've seen Deadpool once. Go see it again, my friends.
Yeah,
Go
but
see it again.
that's if, that's if I have seen both of them one time, and
Yeah,
if I
that's
have
fair
the option.
enough.
If
What if
you've
you
never,
hadn't seen Cloverfield?
if you've never seen 10 Cloverfield Lane, go watch it. Experience the movie. Go see the movie. But if you've seen both of them and you had the choice, 10 Cloverfield Lane or Deadpool again, go watch Deadpool and laugh your fucking ass off because that is like the best movie of the year so far.
Gonna have to shake my head on that one. Can't agree. Can't agree.
What about you, Mrs. Andrews? If, let's say, you have seen both 10 Cloverfield Lane and Deadpool and could go see one of them again, which one? If you have never seen 10 Cloverfield Lane but have seen Deadpool, which one would you want to go see? Would you want to see the new movie 10 Cloverfield Lane, or would you want to go see Deadpool again before seeing 10 Cloverfield Lane? See, she would see 10 Cloverfield Lane.
Well, I'm glad that the drones over there agree with each other, because fucking Leo Feldspar completely disagrees.
Well, look at you. You had the chance to go see Deadpool again, didn't you? And you went and saw
No,
10
actually, I
Cloverfield
didn't.
Lane.
We made a group agreement in my group date that we went and saw 10 Cloverfield. I did not have total power, or else I would have gone to see Deadpool again.
You could have gone by yourself, though.
Yeah, I have a wife. You don't get those kind of options.
Well, the next movie that Mrs. Andrews and I are going to go see is Zootopia.
Oh,
We have heard some pretty good shit about that movie.
I torn it.
Let's see, the next movies that are coming out that I am really looking forward to. Um, Shit, what were they? Captain America, of course, but that's in May.
What? Superman, Batman?
Nope, no thank you.
Oh, you're big and gay, aren't you?
I know it was on my most anticipated films. It was like number 6, number 7 on my most anticipated
Balak
films.
has joined the server.
11 days.
Balak has joined the channel.
What up?
I know. Balak,
Everybody.
have you seen 10 Cloverfield Lane yet?
No.
Okay.
Balak hasn't been to a movie theater since Blade Runner was a thing.
Actually, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, I know. For everybody that's old that listens to this podcast, you just got a joke. For everybody that's young, everybody just went, "What the hell is Blade Runner?" 11 days till Batman, Superman. Everybody, don't let Drone talk you down. It's gonna be decent, and by decent, I mean look for Jesse Eisenberg as a fucking awesome Lex Luthor. I hate Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck. Nobody
Hey,
cares.
wait, before we end this, isn't he supposed to be Lex Luthor's son?
No, that's actually Lex.
Oh, okay. Because
But
I heard
remember-
something that it was supposed to be his son.
I don't think so. I've heard that, but here I'll check. Is created by Lex Luthor, so no, I'm gonna guess he's actually Lex because they have to stop Lex Luthor. So Jesse is Lex,
Okay.
and I am down for that. He is crazy enough to make it good. They're making another Amityville Horror House. Please, please stay away from that, ladies and gentlemen. Do not give them more money.
Right. Right.
Um, just a couple more. Let's make a couple more insults. Hardcore Harry. I'm excited for that. Are you excited for that?
You mean Hardcore Henry?
Hardcore Henry. That's it. Yeah, I don't know how to read.
I actually think that looks entertaining.
I think that looks entertaining as buttholes. Like, I don't care the camera angle. I just want to see it just to be like, wow, that was like watching a video game. All right, one more and then you can end it. One more. Okay, there it is. Ratchet and Clank. Video game finally coming to a movie. How do you feel about it?
I actually had no idea.
You had no idea of Ratchet and Clank. Well, just so we're clear, that's coming out April 22nd. Or no, excuse me, April 29th. Ratchet and Clank coming to the movie theater near you.
I might get a lot of hateful comments on this, but I actually have never ever played a single Ratchet and Clank game.
Most people haven't because it was PlayStation exclusive, and that was when PlayStations were $495 for the console, a controller, and an Ethernet cord that was 2 feet long. But it's your average buddy cop storyline with some space involved. I mean, it can't be that bad.
Yep. Most anticipated movies. We'll go ahead and add this on there for you,
Yeah.
Leo. Not in any order, but just five.
Oh, you want five?
Three or five. Three or
I
five.
I can give you five.
All right, go ahead.
All right, number one, we got Captain America: Civil War, and reason Spider-Man. Spider-Man.
Black Panther. Black Panther.
Black Panther will be dope too, but Spider-Man. He's finally coming home. We finally get to see Spider-Man at home. I'm very happy. Number two, X-Men Apocalypse. Very excited with the Days of Future Past rewrite, with how they're redoing the saga. This movie will be just as good, especially with Olivia Munn coming in to play Psylocke. Number three, this one's going to be a little tough, because there's some that I want and some that I don't. Hardcore Henry, I'd have to say, is number three. Number three is Hardcore Henry. I want to watch that video game. Number four, I was gonna give it to Ratchet and Clank, but the more I think about it, the more I'm kind of worried. Number four, I'm gonna give it to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and give them a chance. Pissed off about Megan Fox coming back. I was hoping she'd leave like she did with Transformers, but she did not. And last but not least, number five, after seeing the trailer, the Warcraft movie.
Wow, not Batman v Superman, huh?
I'm gonna put Batman v Superman 6.
Okay.
I'm gonna put Warcraft above Batman Superman just because diehard Blizzard fan, been around for a while, and this is original Warcraft. We're getting the original story. I thought they were gonna fuck it up, and it doesn't seem like they're gonna.
Okay, cool.
What do you got for me?
What do I got? Well, I have my video of my top 10 most anticipated movies coming out this year.
Well,
On
I don't
YouTube.
want to quote your video, so give me your top one.
Oh, my top one was Captain America, without a doubt.
Oh, okay. So at least we're on the
I
same page there.
With this newest trailer, the one with Spider-Man and whatnot, I literally teared up with joy. I
Oh,
mean,
yeah.
if you watch my video, I don't even really have an outro for my video because I'm just choked up with excitement and happiness.
Yep.
Um,
Spider-Man's coming home.
Another movie, and it might sound a little weird and whatnot, but it looks like they actually did it right, and that is The Jungle Book.
I'm gonna keep my reservations till after I see it.
Okay, well, we'll have to do another podcast when all these movies come out. That way we can get this going. Cause yeah, like I said, those are two. Captain America was one. Number two was actually Deadpool, and Deadpool fucking delivered in every aspect.
Yeah. Ryan Reynolds just blew it away. That's all he did. He blew it away. And we knew he was gonna, but we didn't know he was gonna be that good.
Right.
And according to what we've seen on the internet, there's more scenes even that got cut out that are gonna be on the DVD that'll make the movie even better. So I'm super excited for the DVD / Blu-ray release of Deadpool. Keep an eye out for that. Jerome, thanks for having me. It was great to be on the show. All you listeners, thanks for tuning in.
All right. Yep. Thank you for being on here. I'm going to do my outro real quick, and then I'll be right back.
You go do your outro. I'm going to play the culling after checking on my wife. So BRB, 2 seconds.
I will be joining you in that. Unless Mrs. Andrews wants to play. Thank you all, everybody, for watching. Comment down below. Let us know what you guys think. I know this has been a long video, but there was a lot to talk about. And we even talked about some extra stuff as well. Wanted to get a lot done because we haven't done anything in a while. So thank you all. Don't forget to like, share, comment, and please subscribe. Let me know what you guys thought of 10 Cloverfield Lane and of this podcast. See you all later.